Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to the arts department. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Nice to see Rick already and Avwheel. Welcome, welcome. I know I said spooky in the title and stuff. Colonel Hayes, thank you for the follow if you're around. Appreciate that. Welcome to the arts department, my friend. It's too warm, physically too warm, right? Like, not like the color is too warm, right? Because it's very orangish colors going on, conflicting with the blues and purples. Yes, I too melted today. It was unpleasant, to say the least. Turn this down a little bit so I can hear myself think. Yeah, it was 100 degrees here, and my portable AC unit did not like it one bit, and therefore I did not like it one bit. Oh man, I'm telling you, super hot. So, yeah, the things that we do. This is the wrong file. This is the sketches file. Maybe we should just do some sketches to get warmed up. What do you think? A little sketch action? Let's get in here. Let's pop open our wheel and see what the wheel decide has to say about a quick warm-up sketch before we get into some like painterly stuff, right? I'm not right. I'm not wrong. We'll decide. There you are, buddy. We can play with that. Yeah. Wicked elves. So, I was lucky enough to get out today before it got really hot, and get a walk in, get some exercise, which was nice. Amanda, cheers. But I still dehydrated after that walk, and then my brain was like, hey yo, you need to take it easy, it's way too hot to be going outside. And I concurred. So, hey, that's not right. You've taken it too far. Fix that. So, if we're doing, I figured I would continue on with the Spider Queen. Amanda's out in Hawaii. I am jealous, because at least she can go to the beach and cool off. I am landlocked and not loving it. But, yeah. I'll continue on with the old Spider Queen in just a little bit. I want to kind of warm up before I jump into it, since I've been doing some stuff that's not really Photoshop painting. So, want to, warm up the hand, warm up the mind, blow off the heat of the day. It's still like 75 degrees in here, but just slightly too hot. If anybody, if any of you follow my Twitter, you may have seen me post about Cryomera. Her shirt that she sent me is pretty dope. It's kind of hard to see, but it's super soft, and the print is nice and thin, so it doesn't feel heavy. It's like the perfect shirt for a super hot day. you have to go and check out her Etsy then. She's actually streaming at the moment. But she's a great artist. The one that she sent me is the one at the top of her store. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's. Am I getting my own chat rules when I click on my own chat? What's up with that? You know what? Since Facebook is read only, I can't send this here. I'll pop over to Facebook and post it in that video that you're watching there. There you go. Unfortunately, it's read only. So I can't respond in my chat to chats on Facebook. Meaning it won't go back to Facebook. But I can read it here and then tell you about it. Woot! Rick! Yeah! Coming in with the 2 months in a row. Thank you, Rick. I'm honored, sir. Way cool. Oh, Restream bot didn't give us the little, like, notification or anything. What's up with that? Well, I'll give you some hype because I love you and I appreciate it. Thanks, Rick. You're awesome. Yeah, the shirt she sent me was like the wolf one, and it's super comfy and super soft, and I super love it. I'd be watching her stream, but I'm here in my own stream, hanging out with you guys. So Rick, another month and you get the new badge. The new, the 3-month badge. Trying out some new brushes tonight. I've got some, Well, hello there, Martes. Good evening, Rice Krispies. Welcome. Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the Arts Department. Nice to have you here. So, I'm thinking, if people are available, I know, this might be early to pop the question. I know, we're just really Mrs. Von Drake. Hello, welcome back to the Arts Department. I know that we're just really getting to know one another, but I do enjoy hanging out with you guys so much, and I thought I would take our relationship to the next level and ask you if maybe on Sunday, if you all want to come and play Among Us with me. Subscribers only, because there's got to be some benefit to subscribing. But, I figured, why not, right? Take the leap and make it official and play some Among Us. You let me know what you think. I'll put together a post on the old Discord. For those that don't know, that's the Discord. I'll put together a post on it, and those that are interested can respond, and we can have a little sub fun on Sunday. So like I was saying, trying out some new brushes today that I found. I'm enjoying them. Inker brushes. Ooh, Mrs. Von Drake, when is your D&D session scheduled to go to? Oh, is that all? Damn, when we get Martez, why are you not a sub anymore? I have, Amanda. In fact, I know how that goes, Martez. I do know how that goes. Well, you know. Oh yeah, then you can't get into the chat, and then it's just all this. It's super messed up, man. It's a bummer. This is license-free kind of music, though, so because I can't play Squirrel Nut Zippers because that's what you call that would get me dinged for copyright infringement. Trying to stay above the board here. Don't want to get sued or nothing. Because they'll do it. They'll take me out. Mrs. Von Drake. Yeah, you know, that's the weird thing about being an adult. You got to set those healthy limits to your schedule, right? There you go, Martez. You are now a part of the tribe. Did I just win from dancing? That is classic. I grabbed that star. That's great. Cheers, Martez. So if you want to play with us on Sunday, let us know. Wow, this guy's huge, man. I didn't even realize, like, I'm working super big right now. Just like, whee! Let's make the drawings. Yeah, all the hype for Martez. There it is. Where'd the music go? Bring that music back. Let's make this a little smaller so we can get in here and do some things that look zombie-ish. Sometimes get so wrapped up in the little things, and this happens quite frequently in most art. But I get so wrapped up in the little things that I forget about all the like I'll just be like, oh, but that shape right there, that's so cool. I want to figure that out. I want to figure out that design and work on it. And then I forget, oh, hey, I still got to finish the rest of this damn thing. So sometimes it's good to try and keep the big picture in mind. Don't get so myopic until later. You know? Let's move this a little bit further down. That long arm action. So besides D&D, it was Wicked Elves, zombie Wicked Elves. But I figured I was just gonna do a little bit of a sketch, Martez, and then I was gonna move back to working on the old one we did last stream. Spider Queen, that's the one. Man, brain slow. So, yesterday was nightmarish in its intensity. Did a what should have been like maybe a 4-hour build of a computer over at Daniel's place yesterday. And it started off and it was very energetic and we were super stoked about it and it was fun. And then it just went, like anything that could go wrong went wrong with the build. It was intense. So it definitely was draining. There's a lot of like sitting down on the ground next to it and figuring something out and standing up and moving around it, and so like not only did I get a mental workout, but I got a physical workout. So it's definitely not one of those things that I care to repeat anytime real soon. So I'm glad that we got it accomplished. And Daniel is currently working on fixing up the system and installing all the things that need to be installed. So I'm very excited about that. Wow. You know what? I didn't even announce on my own server that I'm going live. How do you like that? I'm smart. Oh well. I figure if people don't know by now, then, you know, like shouting it from the rooftops. Let's get some hangy-dangly guts going on or something. So still really trying to think a lot about shape design and create some compelling shapes with all these things that I'm putting together, right? Some of it's more kind of cartooned than others, but really working at pushing shapes more whimsical, even on the sketching side. Is anybody else getting a ridiculous amount of spam nowadays? Spam calls, spam emails, spam text messages. Like, I'm so-and-so with such and such, and I want to blah 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 your blah blah blah. I've had enough of your blah blah blah. I'm having a hard enough time with my blah blah blah. So much. Like, I almost don't look at my phone anymore just because of it. Let's move this guy down just a touch so that we can okay, this is stupid, but I'm gonna do it. Everybody has those big ridiculous swords. come down that way. I think it's through his entire body. He has to wrap around it so you can tell that it's through his entire body. And then he's got slime kind of coming down off of it, right? Or maybe just get rid of this hand entirely. And it comes through in front of his arm, and this arm hangs down. Seriously? Hey, Grandma, how are you? Grandma? Not even a ma. How is that a thing? Maybe this guy just was like the unluckiest of unlucky zombie elves. I don't get hoarse from not speaking to people. I just get dumb. Like, I haven't used my brain engine before, so I don't know what to say to you. Make it smaller again, because we're gonna make this big, stupid. There we go. Right up the center. Erase that out. Oh, so I figured out something that I'm gonna do during the subs only game on Sunday, and that something is we are gonna have a raffle, and I am going to give away door prizes for the game. So if you're a sub, you get to play, and there's a possibility that you will win. There we go. This guy reminds me ever so slightly of my zombie squirrel that I did. He's shocked that he has a sword through him. Maybe he just woke up. Like he wasn't quite prepared to be a zombie. I think half of the fun of doing art like this is just figuring out the story of these kind of things along the way. Right? Sort of like D&D, where you're just making it up as you go. And it's fun. Kind of ruins the silhouette. I do want him to have like gear on though, so that it's not like he was just like a naked elf guy. So he's got to have something. But it's like loose fitting because he's been dead for a while. Maybe he's got like a hole in his boot there and his big toe hasn't yet rotted. But this eye's going. As is his nose. Still got one eyelid though, so that's good. And I think that eye might be a little too dark. I want to go really light so that it kind of reads like he's got that like, not cataract look, but that like white, I don't know what you call it. Creamy look? Well, yeah. And, you know, he's gonna leave a little trail of maggots because, he's dead. Damn it, Jim. He's dead. Wow, those are super even. That was great. Let's do that. Maybe we could do a couple of them still on his body. Like hanging out. Because that's gross, right? In fact, because, you know, why not? So there's one that's just, that's actually brought him back. It's an evil maggot that is able to cast a spell and bring back zombies. Ruh-roh. I don't mind it so much. What do you think, chat? So, if y'all like what you see, be sure to smash that follow button, followed by that subscribe button. You know, join the arts department. We also have the Discord. If you go to those links, and you can join us where we talk about art and music and life and video games and all of the good stuff. And we'd love to have you there, being part of the community. So, I would say Zombie is just about sketching. Maybe a couple little more details so that I can, if I decide to paint this guy up later, I can. Actually, looks a little bit like another version of the skeleton that I did for D&D. Actually, that's weird. Guess styles abound. Oh, is it super loud? Or am I super soft? Easy. You tell me, buddy. I'll bring it down just a touch, just for you. How's that? Is that better? I don't know, because I'm on this side. So if anybody doesn't like the music, you let me know. We'll turn it down. If you're really not feeling the dancing around vibe, then we can always shift the tunes too. But I thought I'd do a little upbeat. Just keep us going through the Friday. And welcome back, Easy. I turned it down a little bit. Gotta make sure, you know. Can't be blasting people's ears out. I just want to make sure that my lovely voice is heard over the music. Where did I put the old Spider Queen? There she is. Easy, my day. My day has been good. Can't complain, except for maybe the heat. But, you know, we're coming into the later part of the year, so, you know, probably another month of, is it going to be this hot again? And then we'll be, then we'll move into, okay, this is fine. And not in like the place is burning down, this is fine kind of way, but this is fine. We like this. All right, so this is our Spider Queen. So what I'm gonna do is I think what I'm gonna put in a base tone, a base color. I'm gonna try this a little bit differently. So here, I'm gonna do this real fast. Okay, done. Totally that fast. Just so fast you didn't even see it. Martest, how's the music for you, sir? Is it too loud, or is it good now? Or is it too quiet even? Fine, that's what we want. We want fine. We want great. Is it great, Martest? So, I actually did the color off stream, and I also kind of went in and did a little adjustments to her shapes. As you can see, that's where she was, and I decided that I wanted to push the shapes some more. So there's some things in here that I'm gonna have to take out and adjust, and some things that I need to leave in. So mainly, we're gonna come in and we're gonna mask out this stuff. We're just gonna grab that, hard round. And we're gonna turn off the transparency, and we're just gonna take out those ink lines so that it's clean, right? Like up in here. I say up in here, boy. There you go. So I decided that crown was a little overdone, to kind of streamline it and make it a little more kind of petite, and give her more hair. I thought would be cool. So then with the spider legs, they were a little too thin and they didn't quite feel creepy enough to me. Oh, I can leave that part in. Let's just get the edges, right? So, like I said earlier, just pushing shapes a little bit more, getting in there and reworking some of the not so pushed stuff to be a little bit more interesting. Which sometimes you have to do, right? You gotta figure out what it's lacking and address it head on, because otherwise you're not gonna improve. That's just how things work. So I went in, pushed her face shape some more, the shapes of the legs more, obviously, just said that. And I think that was about it. That's really what was bothering me, was there just wasn't enough kind of character to everything, right? And then I put in a gradient map over everything to give it that kind of darker red kind of vibe, right? Should actually be a little bit lighter. Not that light. You're taking it too far. Much more on the red side. There you go. So I'm trying to approach it as if it was a painting and there was a burnt sienna ground on it. So that's why everything is in this red hue. But it's not gonna, this is just like the base for everything moving forward. So we're just gonna pop into the background here and start playing with color. Adding more to it. Maybe not with general brushes. With the good brush, because good brush is good. Of this and start cooling some of this background off a little bit, because it's pretty it's going to compete with the foreground elements, especially if we're going with some greens in there. So I'm just going to start laying some like gray in there. just to knock it back a little bit. And this is where we'll get some nice modulation going. So is anything happening this weekend for anybody? Anything interesting? Housework or artwork or play of some sort? Not work? Not work? So we're gonna vary this into some purples a little bit. Maybe not that drastic. There we go. Well, this is just going to add some depth, some bluish. So again, while I'm doing this kind of stuff, I always look down to this to get an idea about what the balance is like of the colors, like how overwhelming are the things that I'm leaving as far as, like, let's say the oranges in the background. Like, do I need to cover more, or should I allow more to pop through so that there's a balance? I am definitely trying to give it not necessarily a traditional paint look, but more of a as if it was painted, but not necessarily traditional, and not too digital either. Balance. And oranges, blues and violets. Let's take a look at this color real quick. So we've got that, which would definitely put us into blue-green, and this kind of really intense purpley-ish would put us into the green, and we were going to use green for her stomach, right? So let's move into that green and put some of it on her so that we can start to get an idea about what that looks like. Whoa, buddy, whoa. It's too far. Let's work our way into this. Some modulation in there, and some of this is going to be handled by, again, overlay effects at the very end, where we really make it kind of pop and glow and be really creepy. But kind of want to get in all the overall colors so that we can figure out what that's going to look like. So I think her abdomen is like, there's going to be, like, on the exterior thicker parts, it's going to be like a darker green, and then as you get to that glow, it's going to kind of blue up a little bit, like blue-green. Angry Dog Mommy! Thank you for that 2 months in a row. Welcome back to the arts department. I appreciate you. For all that love, all that hype, all that resub. Everybody is quiet tonight, Angry Dog Mommy. It's like one of those Fridays where you're just kind of sliding into home. You know, where you're like, I can do it. Seems that way, at least. Maybe you brought the fun. Did you bring the fun? Because everybody's tired right now, I think. I'm tired right now. Trying not to let it affect my performance as far as the art is concerned. But gosh dang it, I like you guys. How was your day, Angry Dog? See, I told you, brain. I'm trying. The words. Why can't I understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Oh, speaking of that, Elfwheel, how is that? How is the art going? How's the thing coming? Are you coloring the staff thing? Don't mind me. I'm just dancing while I wait for a response, because the dancing keeps the energy up. Hey, Elfwheel, I'll tell you what. Can you export a PSD and send it to me? If you can export a PSD and send it to me, I'll go over it with you right now. You've got my email. She was my art director, for those of you that don't know, that weren't around for the earliest of early streams. The first streams were her art, actually, for her homebrew D&D stuff. And yeah, they went really well because she has great vision and she imparted great vision to me. There's never any pressure. I just thought I would not make an example of you, but if there's information that people can gather from it, then I am happy to hand it off. I was thinking actually today, shower thoughts yet again, after that long walk in the heat. Right? She's really good at it. After that long walk in the heat, I had to take a cold to lukewarm shower, and in the shower, I thought of doing a bunch of short YouTube videos that are just like snippets, like tips for this and tips for that. And so, like, tips for how to work with line art, tips for how to work with gradient maps, tips for making your own brushes. Short things that people could use. And so I figured this might give me a little bit of practice and doing some quick tips. Writing is an art form. That's why it's called the arts department. It's a double, I guess it's not a double entendre if it's, is that, yeah? I don't know. See, not the best writer. Don't even know, like, those things. So with these guys, I'm gonna make them a little bit darker and a little bit more bluer. More bluer? More blue. Yeah, go ahead and send me a PSD file. I'll be able to not convey anything to you because my brain is not working. But this will actually give me the practice for the things that I want to do on stream at some point, which is when people reach the point where they can redeem exposure for a review, I'll go on stream and review some of it. Too blue. Let's bring that back into the green a little bit so they don't, not too discordant there. I don't want them to look like they're on top of her carapace. I want them to look like they are inside of said carapace. I think getting rid of the lines is really going to do that, though. Right? So, is that these bad boys? I mean, it's some of those bad boys. Here, let's do this. Let's take that out. Take that out. Take that out. Cut. Paste. And then we'll color them a different color. Oh, they got that gradient map over them. They're not going to recolor. Here, let's do that. Colorize. Blue, please. There you go. There we go. Now they don't totally look like they're on top of her. As we get to the finish, they will integrate. It will look cool, I'm pretty sure, if it's anything like the dragon. If there's anybody here that is new to the stream, welcome to the arts department. Smash that follow button, hit the subscribe button if you're really into it, and you can get a stream avatar, and you two can compete in the Battle Royale coming up in about 5 minutes, where followers and subs get to battle it to the death and gain gold. What does the gold buy you? I have yet to figure that out. Welcome to new streaming. Alright, so now we're gonna go in. We're just gonna get in here, fix her silhouette because I did change a lot of it. So take out some of this stuff. Whoa, buddy. Take it easy. Let's put that back on. Still there? Still there? Okay. Eraser? Yes. Okay. There are some lines there that should not be there still when I change stuff. Oh, because they're drawn in. That's stupid. Let's erase those out. Clean this stuff up a little bit so that it makes sense. That arm is not going to be there. And I don't know what that is. That's not going to be there. It's just dirty. It's just dirty. Sent. Okay, folks, give me 1 second whilst I find this into my email and amongst all of the oh, it wants me to report phishing, and I will. Drop this on the desktop. You didn't send me a. Looks safe to me. Okay, get ready. Alright, before I do this, let me remind everybody that we're all about the art here, and we are all about encouraging. So, regardless of your opinion, if you don't have nice things to say in a positive way, don't say them. Say things constructively if you have something to say. Alright, cool. Looks good to me. So, because I have the option, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to channels. I'm going to turn off that gray layer and put this back to normal. And I'm going to... Music, please? Where's the music? Where's the music, please? Did the music end? Is that it for the playlist? That was it for the playlist. Okay. Let's do bippity boppity boopity boop. Better? Better. Okay. Cool, cool. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch up the contrast so that we can see the lines better. I'm going to do that with curves. And I'm just going to drag the black point up. And I'm going to drag it up to the point where it's not overwhelming some of the finer lines. Because, see, if I do that, then things get really messy, right? So, I'm going to drag it up to about there. And then I'm going to merge that curves layer into that black and white layer. And I'm going to save a copy of this. And then I'm going to go to the channels, which I already opened. It's right here. And I'm going to control select the RGB channel. And what that's going to do is select all of the black. And then I'm going to select it, and I'm going to invert it. And I'm going to make a new layer. And then I'm going to take black, and I'm going to fill it. And now, we have a pretty much one-for-one duplicate of all of the pixels that were on her initial drawing. I like what you have going here. I think it's super solid. We're not here for a critique. I'm here to show you a technique. So, oh, there's something there. That we don't want, so we're going to select it, selection tool, and delete. So now, it should just, yeah. There's a little something there, but we can delete that later. I'm going to select everything, and then I'm going to select again and invert it, and then I'm going to go modify contract selection, contract. Yep, brain. And then we're going to do a midtone. Ruh-roh. Looks like we missed something. So, I'll just really quickly knock this out. So now, we can 100% work on the layers below it. And I am so freaking impressed, I can't even tell you. So, I don't really have anything to say about something that is your first sketch in like 20 years. It's not like I can be like, oh, you know, you need to show more confidence in your mark making because you haven't been doing it, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day every day for 5 days a week for years on end. This is a great step forward for you. So, I mean, you have there's everything that you need is there. All of the elements are there. If I was going to nitpick, I would say start thinking about perspectives a little bit more. And the way that you could do that is if you did, I'm just in the liquify tool, but these things here, if it wasn't head on, you could determine where the eye line was. And I don't, because everything is flattened out, right? So it's like you're looking at it directly from the side on everything. But if you wanted to start thinking about perspective, because you have one perspective cue, you have this ear up here. And that ear is your perspective cue that says that it's actually turned not perfectly profile, it's turned slightly 3/4 because that ear is in the front, right? And it's also, because you can see that ear back there, like back here, it's also slightly tilted toward the viewer, which means that this could come down ever so slightly to show kind of the three-dimensionality to show the mass of the wood, right? That there's actually roundness to it. And then this one could probably do the same, and it would help so that it's not as much of a termination point here. So you just kind of do that, and then things have a little bit more kind of natural rhythm to them also, because you have these nice flowing lines, right? Everything flows, but then those lines, when they're straight onto the camera, they're somewhere where your eye will stop, unless there's a little bit of movement, and then it moves the eye down, right? So that would be how I would do that. So then, I mean, if you think back to the things that you've seen me do, most of the portraits and stuff like that, you can very quickly come in and fill in, or in fact, because this is mainly one piece of wood, you can fill in, you can pick your base tone, right? So you see I'm coming into the browns, and I'm thinking probably somewhere in here is going to be the base wood, and then look at it and be like, okay, is that the wood that I want, or do I want something more interesting, like a whitish wood? And then if that's the case, I want to bring that in and keep a tone, a hue rather, and try and make it kind of the middle of where you want to go with it, right? So once you have that, then you can come back in over it and think about your shadow shapes. And there's a couple of ways that you can do it, right? Because you can link layers, just like Photoshop, you can link layers in Procreate. I know you're working in Procreate, so you can do the same thing, where you have pixels that are locked out as opaque pixels, and you link things to them. So I just linked this layer to the brown layer underneath it, right? And now I'm gonna come in, and you can do this two ways. You can go, okay, I'm gonna do a selection. You can do this in Procreate of the places where there's gonna be shadow, right? Just thinking about it in terms of, if you're having a hard time thinking about where you want your shadows to be, the most universal lighting that we know as humans is overhead, right? So it's top down. So just think of something as top down, and then just take all of your bottom planes and mark them out as where the shadow is going to be, and then you can go with something that is a darker hue and saturation of what you previously put in, and just put it in there, and then come back in with your brush and do some edges. Remember that form edges, meaning things where it turns the form, is going to have shadow shapes that are soft, right? But things where there's a shadow over something, I don't know if you can see that. See how the shadow falls on my hand? That shadow is less soft than a it's more crisp, right? So form shadows are soft. Shadows, meaning drop shadows, are crisp. I hope that made some form of sense. Right? So everywhere that it's turning, I soften that a little bit, and everywhere that there's going to be like a drop shadow, I keep it crisp, like right there. I can go in there and crispen up that edge, and that's just indicating that that shadow is falling onto there. And that means that would be an underplane, and that would be soft there, and then that shadow there would be crisp, right where it transitions to a drop shadow, right? So you know that these things are here, let's get a different brush for this, because these are going to be harder shadows. We're going to just do it 100% as if we were doing like a cartoon drawing, right? So Now that piece gives it three-dimensionality, top down again, and same thing with this drop shadow here from the thread. And then you can do, again, the same thing where you select the top plane, select some top planes, things that are facing up towards the light, and then you move into the lights. So again, I'm going to move it into yellow a little bit and then into gray because I wanted to keep it kind of a gray tone, and we'll see how that looks. If it sucks, we'll change it. So can soften some of these edges because these are all up facing and they're not really, they're like curving, right? So it's a transition form that'd be softer. Depending on the material, of course. If you want something more shiny, you make those transitions less soft. But since it's wood, there's a bit of matte to it. So it's okay. I don't like that. I'm not super in love with the colors, so we can go adjust hue saturation, and you can do this in Procreate, same thing. When you have a layer above it, go to color, upper right, there's the color adjustment, and then you can move your sliders around until you find something that you're happy with. Same thing with the shadows. Now that they're on another layer, I can adjust the hue and the saturation. I can bring it up so it's less dark, less contrasty, and then I can adjust what the shadow colors are. A little bit more to the blues, I think. And then, okay, still don't like the base color, so now that we've adjusted the other things, let's adjust this a little bit. Now it feels kind of vibrant, right? So once you have that, put in like some kind of pop, right? And then because you have that pop, do one more layer that has that light kind of around the eye, showing the form a little bit. Anything that grabs it. So, mid-tone, darks, lights, a little bit of pop. Does that help at all? You tell me. Is there anything else that you have questions about that I can help with? Okay. I hope that was helpful and it wasn't too painful, and that I gave you information that you can use to move forward. Absolutely. I believe in you. I know you can do it. And with that said, my friends, it is past time for our favorite activity. Let's do this. Everybody drops in, and I didn't see who was here. And they're bunching up on the corners. Martez is banging on Rubicon, smash him in the face. Battle Goose hit Martez and Art. And Wheel's coming for Art. Miss Von Drake's coming for Art. It's a gang up on Art tonight. And Robbie making a break for it. Hits Rice Krispies in the back. Oh, people going down. Rubicon almost took out Battle Goose. It was so close. Battle Goose trying to take out an Wheel. It's Rice Krispies against an Wheel. I think we've seen this before, folks. And Rice Krispies takes it. Good job, Rice Krispies. Take your dance and your bow. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. Bravo, bravo. Indeed. Good job, I say. Yes, yes. You have been dethroned. The two-time champ has gone down. Nice. Now you can bomb to your heart's content. And Stream Elements is not wrong. I do love you guys. Thank you for being here, as always. I am happy that you're here from the get-go. Hopefully you're around as we continue to grow and help to make this place as awesome as it can be. Really, really, really appreciate you all. Yeah, it's totally not rigged, right? Thanks, Miss Von Drake. I appreciate that. But really, this would be really boring without you guys. So I'm so glad that you're all here. So, now that we've gotten our first test run of a critique / help session out of the way, we are going to continue on with the spoopy Spider Queen. Because, yay, right? Yeah. Yeah, making it happen. Thank you all for being here and participating. Love it. If anybody does have questions about art, life, the outlook, anything like that, feel free to share. I will do my best to answer questions. There's some stuff here left over. Let's clean this up a little bit. Clean it up again. I think this one's going to be kind of fun. This is going to turn out neat. If it's anything like the dragon, right? That doesn't belong there. Where'd it go? Thinned up her arm a little bit up at the top. So, clean off some of those old lines. Stuff taken up visual space. Oof. Did we? Oh, no. See, and it's off, unfortunately. We're still down by 4 points. Because it didn't reset, and for some reason it won't reset. So I'm gonna have to do away with it at the end of the month and create a new thing. Yeah, we've got 4 more sub points to go, and then we've unlocked the next emote. I know. I should take that off of there. I can do that real fast so that people aren't confused. There's no way to manually set it, unfortunately. Wow, I love when they change things when I'm away for like half a second. Yeah, I will fix it, and then we can actually celebrate when it's time to celebrate. Sorry, my friends. We're so close, though. We are so close. According to Twitch, anyway, we're close. It's like Stream Elements is connected to Twitch, but they don't always get their stuff straight, unfortunately. Yeah, me too. I got emotes in the queue just ready to go, right? Emotes that you can only see on Discord at the moment. Still trying to clean some of this stuff up so it's a little more intelligible. Oh wow, I was just leaving on the battle music. I got so used to it because that's what we use for our D&D. And it just loops in D&D and we'll listen to it for hours. Like, okay, the battle's still going. 2 hours later. Oh, I missed a session yesterday because we were putting together Daniel's computer. So disappointed. But it was worth it. We got it put together. You know when you're doing a project and everything goes wrong and then it becomes about like honor and this thing isn't gonna beat me? That's what yesterday became. It was just like the battle against the brand new PC. Like, I hate you, PC, and you will succumb to my will. And back to the thing. Right? Yeah. Oh, erase off that. Clean that up a little bit. Clean that up a little bit. Now back to the thing. So. Does anybody else here use Duolingo for language learning and stuff? I guess it's just language learning. Although some people use it as like a social platform. Does Duolingo, Martes, does it feel like a needy lover sometimes? Like it's constantly like, hey, I miss you. Hey, come hang out with me. Hey, what are you doing? You know I haven't talked to you like all day. Like, dude. It's not wrong. Martest can tell you. It's like... It is an accurate description. And it's also an accurate acting. Yeah, goose. Good. Wait a minute. Is that... Yeah. Yeah, this is the upbeat Twitch mix that I made. So I don't know what's on it. This might actually be one of the songs that I found listening to what's his name? Jablinski. Jack Black. Okay, so she's green on top. She's gonna be like black on bottom, right? Or would she be white on bottom? Because green and white is a pretty good combination, right? Let's put this on another layer. Always freaks me out to do this stuff. Smashing in some color to try and shift it up a little bit. No doubt, Martest. The reason I said that is because it was just nagging me over there. Like, bloop. No, I think we're gonna have to go black on this one because I feel like it's, if I'm looking down here, we kind of lose that kind of scary silhouette, right? So let's just darken it down. Oh, easy there. Back to normal, and then we'll darken it down. Normal? Oh yeah, it's underneath. Derp. I mean, it's not wrong. Red and green, right? It's just cooled down. That's it. Colors are always a trip because, like, you look at that and it doesn't really look orange, but that's because it's right next to red. It's right next to a saturated red, right? And then you click on it and it's like this desaturated orange. Weird stuff. It's like your eye takes it in and says, that's gray. Okay. But it's not. Love it. That's actually one of the things that I really appreciate about art is like the little tricks and stuff that you can pull off. why I like those the optical illusion art that I could never do. I think it's really fun. So I don't want to get into picking from the palette too much just yet, because I want to continue to add new and different colors to kind of push things a little bit more, right? And we'll get into sampling from the palette in the near future. But right now, this is kind of establishing where our entire palette is. So I'm being pretty loose with the brush strokes to let some of the underpainting show through, so that it kind of unifies everything, right? Mrs. Von Drake coming in with the number 2. Thank you for those 2 months in a row. Welcome back. I value you as a contributing member of the arts department, as an arts director on the Discord. Always nice to have you. Thank you so much. I'm honored that you would throw money at me in that way. Hype, 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 hype. Love, 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 love. Happy Friday, everybody. So, Mrs. Von Drake, you said starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, going for 2 hours, that would take you to 9, and then you would be ready to maybe play some Among Us on Sunday. So if we started at 6, that would be your 9, and then you could join us post-haste. Battle Goose! Damn, everybody coming in with the 2 months. I guess this tonight marks a special evening. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, man, do I appreciate you guys. And why did I... all of a sudden I lost access to my own emotes. What the hell is going on? Seriously? Can I have my emotes back, please? Okay, this is all I have access to. Thank you, Goose. I really appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of your subs and everything. You guys are great. Let's try this again. I'm gonna refresh my damn window, see if maybe that'll fix it. There we go. There's like 2 seconds and all my stuff is gone. Twitch, you crazy. You crazy. I like you, but you crazy. So, everybody that did the 2-month sub, next month you all get your next badge up. You get your horns. Looking forward to seeing those. Very exciting. What a fun journey. I'm glad that you're all here. Way cool. I think you all... Oh, I take that back. I know. Let's celebrate with exercise. You did a lot of that yesterday. Uh-oh. Oh, bummer. Okay. I done forgot to plug in the camera. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Oh, that's hideous. What happened? There we go. None of the settings are right for that camera. It's broken. All right. Stacking them points, huh, Goose? I'm gonna take off my glove for this one. Oh, here you go. You can see that shirt. Here's the shirt that Cryomera sent me. Pretty cool, huh? I'm about to make it sweaty. Okay. Am I in frame? There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much. Autumn redeemed hydrate. That was good. You have been letting me off so easy. And I appreciate it all around, quite honestly. Not the letting me off easy, but the push-ups, it's good stuff. I mean, the more you give me push-ups, the less you're going to be able to get to the end product of commissioning me to do art for you. But you know, figure, long game, we'll get there, right? Get there together. Now my arm won't work. Arm's like, what are you doing? Where's Diego? I want to thank Diego for that really fun caricature? I guess it was a caricature. Unless my forehead's really as big as that image that he drew of me. I know somebody that thinks I look like Sinestro from Green Lantern. Too dark. Wow. Man, I am feeling that one today. Whew. Let's get some modulation in this turquoise and stuff like that. Just keep everything kind of colorific, right? Yeah, absolutely. Diego's a badass, dude. Like, I wish that I could get likeness of people like that. Like, it's my job to get likeness of people, and I have to work so hard at it. I have to ask Diego like how fast he did that, because I might be able to hire that dude if he's that fast. Bring him into the old sketch department at my jobby job. Is that on the line, background layer? Yes, it is. So I want to adjust this because it was not right. I'm gonna bring that saturation down, not completely, but enough so that it's not, you know, red. Shift it just a touch. I want it to be pretty subtle back there, but still moving your eye through it. So maybe like that. Maybe something like that. And then we can come in and take out those background lines above her, because we are just going to paint all of that. So I'm just going to delete it out. And that way it's kind of this plane of soft shapes, right? So now I can start to get in some of the modulation back in here that makes it so that stuff isn't as, like, I don't want to say cartoony, but whimsical. Like, still have some whimsy to it, but not so much that it's like the iconographic representation of what a spider web is, right? Because that's really what whimsy is it's taking the iconic representation of something and painting it up. Hey, yo, speak of the Diego, and he shall appear. Did somebody say his name 3 times? Because I feel like that was too much of a coincidence. Welcome, Diego, my friend. Nice to have you back in the arts department, sir. I was just saying, what is that on my light? No, I was just saying, where is that dude? Because that drawing he did of me was badass. So, thanks for doing a representation of yours truly. I feel honored. Could you make my forehead a little smaller next time? No, it's great, dude. I saw it and I was like, why the long face? You're really good at the caricature stuff, man. Rock solid. We were just saying that. So, good work, man. I am honored that you would draw me, and I love the drawing. If I had a printer, I'd print it out and put it on my fridge. I didn't mean it to sound like that. If I had a printer, the fridge is the only place where I can put stuff that doesn't have a frame, you know? And this one's by my little Diego. I'm so proud of his advancement as an artist. Diego's like, I'll kill you Sunday, buddy. Get ready. Diego, are you going to be able to play Among Us Sunday? Nice. So, like I was telling everybody, and now that I think everybody is here, Sunday, 6 p.m., we will get together, just like we did before. Subs only, of course. I will put the information into the regular chat. That's just in case somebody who is not here wants to join. And then everybody will respond with a like or whatever. And then those people will all connect on in the channel on Sunday. And then I'm going to take down everybody's name that's participating. And sometime during the evening, we're going to do a raffle. And somebody's going to get a door prize. So that's how I'm running it this week. And I'm going to stream this one. And you all cannot stream snipe me. You can be in my stream and everything, and I super appreciate it. But you will have to mute when we go into the thing, because I will still be communicating with the stream. I mean, pretty much all of you will probably be playing anyway, but it'll be fun to stream it. Because why not? Oh man, I'm still feeling those push-ups. That was great. You just missed the push-ups, Diego. Thank you. I think it's getting there. I mean, as far as vibe, right? Establishing all the colors and everything. I'm still trying to process the comment. No. I mean, absolutely. There is no such thing as no. It is an utterly valid opinion. I'm just processing it. I'm trying to empathize with your point of view so that I can understand that point of view. Not that I disagree with it, but I'm trying to put my mind in that headspace so that I could better represent it. Now we know what Sasha needs to dress up as for Halloween. Is that Vil Farrell? Welcome, sir. Nice to see you. What is Quilog? Quilog, I think. And is that supposed to be 2 words? Like que lag? Like, is it Spanish? Or is it D&D-ish? Why is it so late? What's going on here? What's going on up in here? Oh, you've been here? You lurkin' lurkler. You know there's a command for that, right? Be a little too desaturated, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm not going to look at it right now. In fact, I'm not going to look at it until maybe I'm done with this, because I don't want it to color what I'm working on. Not like color, but like to change what I'm doing. I've been trying to stay away from things that'll change my ideas. I want it to be 100% me. Or let me rephrase that. 100% from my brain, based on all the dumb stuff that I've ever seen anyway. So, you know. that's all our brains do. They look at things and then they go, that's my original idea. No, it ain't. Nice try. Yeah, what did I play? Dark Souls 2? I think it was 2. I don't know. I only played it for like 15 minutes. I feel like a traitor to the video game culture. Just wasn't, it didn't hook me, you know? Remember, folks, dance like no one's watching, even when they are. And I honestly didn't think I was going to see Vil Ferrell again after having to flake out on the D&D game last night. That is going to be like, I hate you, never talking to you again. So, right on, brother. I feel you. Oh no, Vil. You should use your Prime subscription and resub to my channel because apparently you are not subscribed. How'd that happen? So what I was gonna say is, I want to find a way to use this this really cool kind of, but I'm not using yellow on her, so maybe greens or something, where her legs kind of are translucent like that. I think that would be kind of groovy. So maybe if I select that green, but then shift it a little further towards the yellows and then bring it down. Easy OG with a stretch. Thank you for that redemption. I'm gonna do it with my headphones in because I really dig this track. So let's get the front stretch first. Oh yeah, there it is. Then we're gonna hold this one for 8 seconds. So from the side, gently pushing, right? Good for the old wrist. We're gonna do it here. Ooh, I can feel that in my forearm. And since I just did push-ups, I'm gonna do the arm at the 90-degree angle and gently push into my shoulder, just to kind of stretch out here. Or stretch here. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That one feels good. I haven't done that in a little while. Thanks, Easy, for that redemption. That's super, super cool. Oh yeah, so good. It's good, yeah. So she's really kind of fallen into this split complement palette. of blue, green, and red, orange, right? / red. So I think, I mean, it wasn't completely planned. Heezy, it benefits me in that you are contributing to the stream. You are being part of the arts department, and that's what we love. If you wanted to contribute in some way, there is the donations, which you don't need to do. But more fun is if you go down into the About section, are the stream stickers that you can use bits to purchase and slap on the stream. They're kind of fun. Daniel does them all the time. Actually, no, we want to keep this green localized to just around her body. I look at the exposure, the stream channel points as something that benefits both of us. So if you keep watching for an extended period and you get thousands and you want to get a commission from me, then you can save up to get a commissioned piece of artwork. If you want to get to the point where you commission me to do a critique of your work or a draw over or something to help you along those lines, then you can do that too. I wanted to make sure that you guys get some benefit from it. And then there's the silly stuff like save now and hydrate and do a workout and let us laugh at you. You know, so it's all just stuff to enhance what we're doing here. Just to have a good time, you know? You know what? You are absolutely right. Thank you. You don't even have to redeem for that one. Because that was doing those last 5 push-ups slow. That's like lifting heavy weight. That stuff gets you every time. It's great. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is starting to feel unbalanced, so I'm going to pop back down to these rocks down here and try and get some idea of what their hue is going to be, because this red it's not spot on, and it's definitely burnt sienna red. So I'm going to draw it back and push it into, see if that background is kind of blue violets. We're gonna keep them in the reds, but we're gonna destat them quite a bit and just lay it over as some kind of color shift, right? You guys have seen me do this before if you were around for the dragon illustration. And it's just not necessarily just trying to keep the stuff that isn't the focal point loose to the point where it doesn't detract from the main idea of what you're doing. Right? Oh, hey, Phil, are you still here? Easy. Let me tell you a secret. Frustrates me too, man. Non-stop. Vil, I think Loot Studios is publishing another thing, so you might want to take a look at that link that I sent you again. Just a heads up. Of course, of course. Yeah, check out Loot Studios. And back to Heezy. Art is always frustrating because frequently, I mean, the purpose of doing art frequently is to build your ability to visualize, right? To be able to see it in your head and put it onto paper. And there is such a disconnect. It can be on a daily basis even, where you are working or you're trying to do work and your brain is foggy or your hand is out of shape or pause on the idea. Vil, are you using, is it just audio tracks or do you have a video track to sync to? If you have a video track to sync to, I mean, I guess you could do that in Audition, but it might be easier to do it in Premiere. Just a heads up. So frequently you'll with art you'd be so frustrated that because you're just one piece of the puzzle is out of place and it's not doing what you want it to do, and you don't know how to address it because there's not. Oh, okay, Vil. Okay. Because you don't have the tools to address what it is on a case-by-case basis. Like, I can go, oh, hey, my brain is foggy, I need caffeine, but that still might not link my hand up to my head better, and then I'm still like running my brain, running my hand, and not making any progress. There's been days, and Daniel can attest to this too, where it's gone a whole day of drawing, like started drawing at 9:30 a.m., draw, lunchtime, have lunch, keep drawing, draw, and none of the drawings are any good, but we have to do the drawings because it's our job, right? And then finally, 2:30, 3:30, we get a good drawing, and then the last drawing and it's like only just good, and then the next drawing is good and it's solid and it's a drawing that we can be proud of, and that's the last drawing for the day because you can only do like 5 sketches in a day. But those first 3.5 drawings are just painful. They're like, why can't I do this? But you still got to do it because you're getting paid. So, it is frustrating for everybody as an artist. But see, we have tools to try and get past that, right? We're like, oh well, I'm really not drawing faces very well today. Well, okay, we'll print out some faces and we'll trace them off and put them into the final image. Just to get it above the board so that we feel good enough to turn it in and be like, okay, yeah, this is my sketch. And then Vil Ferrell turns around and is like, you call this a sketch? Back to the drawing board with you. No, it feels really great. I love Vil. I mean, he'll tell me when I'm sucking, which is good. He's like, why'd you phone this in, dude? I don't know about that. I mean, he may have actually had some valuable input. He might have been like, well, you could always try it this way. Is that what you call that? Kidding. I honestly appreciate being pushed to be good, to be better, to be best, right? My best, not your best, my best. Oh, because, dang it, okay. Let's do, is this just the, no, there's some stone lines in there too. Let's take the stone lines out so we can keep them. Always trying to work towards being the best, right? And I appreciate people that push themselves like that too. People that are working towards like improving, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be in the creative field or anything, but just people that are like, I want to do a thing, and then they work towards that thing, you know. I think that's honorable. Oh yeah? I didn't realize there was a writing group. I just went directly to Dan and was like, hey, be my editor. Well, I mean, you're a hell of a dungeon master, Vil, so I'm gonna say it definitely did. And even though I wasn't looking directly at the camera when I said it, I mean it. For some reason that brings to mind Quinn and his troubles communicating. I don't know why. For those that don't know, Quinn is my longest played Dungeons and Dragons character with Vil. And man, was that kid misunderstood. Or was he? Oh, Heezy. What I did was, it was black to begin with, right? So, I'll just do it again. Here, I'll do it again. Watch. So, we'll go image, adjust, hue saturation, we'll make it black again. So, that's the color that it was. And so, I made another layer, and I linked the layer, and I used the color that I wanted the lines to be on that layer, and I just brushed it in. And what that does is it takes any opaque pixels within that layer and you can paint inside of them. So if I didn't like that color, I could shift it a little bit and adjust it down here and shift it even more and adjust just those pixels. Or I can make it really bright, right? So I could do that on the top edge. So it gives you real fine control over opaque pixels. So anything that is not a completely transparent pixel will pick up whatever you link to it. So you see here, this is the lines layer, and then this is the color layer on top of those lines. And they're only linked directly to one another. But then when I was done, I shift and selected the color layer and hit Control E and merge them together. It's a quick way to recolor some stuff, and that's something that an Ovwheel might want to think about when she's working on the bear staff thing. The thing an Ovwheel is, it's not going to work with the layer order that you have. So what I can do is I can send you back the copy of that, and you can use that copy that has the lines on a new layer for you. That way you can link and color your lines where you want them colored. It's great, I tell ya. Oh man, I can't wait for Dr. Lawyer to come in and play Among Us on Sunday. That's gonna get some shenanigans going. Yeah, honestly, in Ovwheel though, like if you can figure your way around, if you can wrap your head around Procreate, it is a very powerful tool. There is nothing inside Procreate nothing inside Photoshop that Procreate can't do, as far as painting is concerned. Photo editing and stuff is not what Procreate is for. Procreate is simply for drawing and painting on the iPad, and it is really great at that. Right on, Goose. Yeah, I'm ready for it too. That's cool. That's good, because that's gonna give you an idea about how to go from sketch to finish, right? Rather than just doing sketches like I do. I have like hundreds of sketches in my Procreate. There's like you'll watch. You know how you can watch back what you did? You watch back what I did, and it's like draw a head, erase a head, draw another head, erase a head, draw a body, erase the body. Like, draw an entire page of dumb stuff and then erase the entire thing. Or draw an entire page and then make a new layer and draw another page. It's stupid. I have yet to get comfortable enough with Procreate. I'll put it that way. Comfortable enough that I want to show it on stream, that's for sure. Oh, there's all the changes that I made when I came back into redesign. You can see all the drawing. Forgot I had that line layer there. Uh-oh. Where'd they go? There we go. So, wait. No. You go away. There we go. Too many layers. So these guys need some more kind of web vibey love. Maybe some color variants. Yes. Color variant. Okay. Get ready, folks. It is time once again. Where'd it go? There we go. Whoa. In drops Art, along with Vil Farrell, Mrs. Von Drake, Rice Krispies, Battle Goose, Heezy, OG, Rick, Angry Dog Mommy, Diego, and an Wheel. And Art makes a break for the corner, didn't want to get hit at all. Everybody else bunched up and started beating on each other. Got huge teams. Vil Farrell makes a break for the corner again, then turns around to get for Heezy, and there goes, I don't know, and somebody else. And oh my lord, everybody's down. It's Heezy and Anavwheel. Vil Farrell, Art is down. Down goes Anavwheel. Heezy and Battle Goose going at it. And Battle Goose takes down Heezy and makes a break for a Band-Aid so that he can take out Vil Farrell. Goose against Vil. Oh no! Vil Farrell takes out the Goose. Yeah. Yes, looks very alarmed, but congratulations, Vil. You did one again. Did you win the first one? No, you've won before, though. Congratulations, sir. You now have nearly limitless bombs that you can use. Rigged every time. Every time it's not you, Goose. Why is that? If you're in the stream and you would like to join in the next Battle Royale, hit that follow button, smash the subscribe button, either or, and you can configure yourself a stream avatar in the About section. There's also information on ways to connect down there, or you can use any of the links at the link tree to get to the Discord and the YouTube and the Instagram and Twitter and the thing and the stuff and the merch and the blah 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 blah. Okay, that's it, I'm done. Alright. Little some variants in here. I think I want to try and start getting in some cools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit more of the saturated greens, like where they would be coming down onto like these parts of the shoulder and stuff like that. And that'll help to kind of push those colors a little bit more. Robbicon with the angry face on your cube there. That's great. That's a little overwhelming. My art, not your angry face. I love the angry face. It's great. It's great. It's great. Indeed. So it's great. It's coming from, I've been watching The Dragon Prince on Netflix, which is surprisingly good fantasy. Like, it's well put together. Who knew? Yeah, it's weird in Avil. I mean, it's for kids, clearly, but the stuff that is not for kids at all, it's like, it's rock solid. And yes, the animation does take a little getting used to, but then once you get used to it, there's moments even in the animation where I'm like, oh, well, that was nice. That was actually really pretty, and that the posing was brilliant, and the emotive quality was all there. And then there's moments where they look like they're animated on like 4s, and they're like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, it's there's a character in there with an accent like that, and so I keep, like, I think I'm on season 3. So yeah. So Vil, if you haven't watched it yet, it's worth watching. Might actually grab your attention a little bit. Jesus, Stream Element, shut up, dude. What are you doing? It's freaking out. Just did that. Is there some way to disable that? If you just do it? Sorry, gang. How about some spam? As if you don't get it enough on your phone and your email and your smartwatch and your navigation system in your car, and where else could you get it? Shampoo bottle in the shower. This is weird. Okay, so lighting. For light, what happens is when you have a light, the shadow is the inverse color, right? So generally we have yellow light, so our shadows are bluish, right? But if you have an artificial light source, you should try this sometime. If you have, like, in fact, let's see if this actually works. We're gonna try a thing, so I can show you guys, so I can learn you guys some things. I mean, maybe we'll see. Oh God, that's bright. So, I don't know if I have enough hands to show you guys, but can you see how the shadow of my hand is slightly pink? No? Yes? Too much light, probably. So, because it's a green light, it produces the opposite shadow. So anytime you're using artificial light sources like a green one, glowing green Spider Woman abdomen, the shadows are all going to be kind of reddish, right? So I'm on point. That was my whole point, I guess. I guess it's actually coming along in the right direction. if she is glowing greenish blue. Then all of the shadows being reddish works out. Yay. That bad boy. A little much right there. Little light showing there on that rock. Little light there. Too even. Break it up a little bit. Whoops, did not want to do that. There we go. Let's bring that up just a touch, but I think we're going to leave it there. So I feel like she pops a little bit better on that. Then I can work back and forth with kind of the light behind her back in here. But now everything kind of pushes forward, right? Because cools will recede, warms will pull forward. So this works. I would say that it's a happy accident, but I meant to do it. Totally meant to. So, within her skin, I think I'm gonna go with, still gonna do the eyes pretty dark. We might adjust it later to have kind of some glisten along the edges that's that green. We're gonna go with a very desaturated skin tone on her. Just dusting it in to get an overall feel of what it would look like with that desaturation in there. And I'm definitely going to have to fix her hand. I think it's another sticking point. But this will help me to decide where to take her hair and her clothing. Because I thought about it on the level of what it's made out of and everything, but I didn't think about it like how do we represent it up against this stuff in the back there, right? And I think part of it might be if I actually erase out some of that and then let it actually be gauzy over it, right? So take out this stuff that's hanging in front and it's like bustier, for lack of a better term. I don't know, what's that? Is it a train on the Victorian dresses, the thing that was like rested on the back? Oh yeah, Heezy? Well, I mean, I'm glad that it's helped it enough that you can bustle. That's it. And I will thank you. Heezy, I'm glad that it's helped it enough that you can tell the difference. That's definitely a good thing. So now you just have to get that habit going, right? I kind of come and go with the habit, and then if I end up like where I take more than a couple weeks off, I can definitely feel it, and then I have to like lock back into that habit. And yes, thank you, ladies. The bustle. So the bustle, there's like a bustle in the back here that I drew in. So I'm trying to figure out what that's going to look like. I think the bustle's actually going to be painted opaquely, and then everything else, like all of the other hanging stuff, is going to be rather gauzy. Badonkadunk. Because they didn't have any badonkadunk in the Victorian era. They didn't have any exercise to take care of a badonkadunk. They're like forced to sit inside and read books. What the hell, man? What the hell, men? Okay, so she's green and red. So what's gonna set her off? I feel like she's gonna go with something like kind of off-white, right? Actually, you know what? Let's put this on a layer above it so that I can shift the color if I need to. So that bustle kind of bunches up around the back. Oh, thanks, Diego. I appreciate that. With this delay, I don't know how you could help but miss the timing of that joke. So I want her hair, I want it all to kind of read as like she's just covered in web, right? So her hair is going to be this white. And then it's going to come down, and she's going to have some of it kind of flowing off of her, but still transparent, right? And the question is, where's, I think maybe white here on her. Don't know any of these parts. My brain will not deliver unto me the things that I have studied in the past. Just like, nah, do your own thing today, dude. And then maybe dark arms / top up here. kind of, that way you have this kind of stripe appearance, right? Light, dark, dark. Yeah, I think that works. I mean, ultimately, that's the trick to most art, is just alternate lights and darks and you make it interesting, right? You know, I don't think I ever watched A Million Ways to Die in the West. I think I probably should remedy that, because that's not the first time that I've heard about it. Well, considering your taste in other things, that is a shining endorsement, Manovel. Into the greens and have the staff be like a dark green. Oh, needs to be even darker. There you go. That way we're keeping it all in the same vein, but it's not exactly the same as the background, so it'll contrast out a little bit more, and that is way too like opaque. Let's undo that and let some of that background breathe through. You don't have to cover it all. It's there for a reason. Didn't he have a hand in the other Star Trek thing, the animated series thing? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Yeah, let's leave it dark. And just kind of fill in some of the shape. Let some of the other stuff do the work, but then we're going to put green eyes on them. Lower Decks, that's the one. Don't tell my friend that worked on it, but I haven't seen it either, so I feel horrible about that, but good thing there's a quarantine then. Plenty of time to address that list. I don't have any time to address that list because I have to do model reference materials, YouTube videos, streaming, and work a full-time job. And I'm okay with that. But I will address that list slowly but surely. Adulting, indeed. Right? Especially adulting during a pandemic, when you suddenly decide that you are going to develop an entire YouTube channel and Twitch personality. Personality? I don't think it's personality. I think it's just me. It's like what you see, what you get. I don't know. Vil Ferrell could confirm that one, I think. That's just Autumn. He's got no personality. Wait, what? That's not what I meant. Duh, seriously, I totally agree. That's that whole, like, if only I knew then what I know now, how many things would be so different. But then, like, if you go back, like, if I was to go back, if me now was to go back and talk to 19-year-old me, 19-year-old me would be like, F you, dude. Get out of my face. You don't know what you're talking about. He'd be like, I don't look anything like you. I would never cut my hair that short. Dude, 19-year-old you is an idiot. Man, was I dumb. I mean, ultimately, I think we all were... I don't know anybody that was like, oh yeah, at 19, I was really smart. And if they thought they were, then I mean, yeah. I'm like, okay, thanks, Doogie Howser. I'm gonna fill in some of these, some of this stuff as gold. I'm not completely sold on her wearing gold though, but I can't think of what else it would be that would offset against everything else. Because at this point, having yellow in there is gonna be really striking. Oh, really? Did we meet when you were 19? That's amazing. How old was I? Huh. Don't say it in chat. If you know, don't say it. Allow a lady his secrets. Come on. Wow, that's crazy. Metro is the comic book store in Santa Barbara, you guys. Which is where I went to junior college. And apparently sophomore college too, because I stayed there way too long. Not old. Old is a frame of mind, and I am guessing that none of us in this channel are old. I'm just saying. Even those with children, I guarantee you they don't feel old in their heads. Hell, I talked to my mom, and she's like, I still feel like I'm 25 years old. Yeah, right? You're like, nah, I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this. So you look at a 20-something-year-old and you're like, yeah, that's how old I am. Okay. That's rough. But, I mean, okay, so that's like Hawaii. Everybody is uncle in Hawaii. So I've been uncle forever in Hawaii. I've been uncle since I was like 20-something years old in Hawaii. So. Diego bringing it like an old man. Get off my lawn, you goddamn kids. Whoa, seriously? Like for really real, Alan? That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you know, teenagers, you know, we were all teenagers once. I think it's a different time as a teenager. Like, I couldn't even put myself into in the headspace of what it means to be a teenager right now. That's why I write fantasy, not contemporary fiction, because I couldn't even, like, fathom the societal problems and things that they have to deal with, you know? And the answer, Mrs. Von Drake, is yes. Yes, we were. We were all idiots running around thinking that we knew everything about everything, and thinking that everybody that was older than us was dumb as rocks, and why couldn't they just put it all together and do it like it's supposed to be done? Right? gonna try red on the belt. For the eye colors, gems, the gem colors, gemstone colors. But I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll figure it out. It might be a little overdid. Like, I feel like it's kind of cool to have the red only on her tail, right? Tail? Stinger. Stinger. Or stinger. Ah, the arrogance of youth. Indeed, the arrogance of youth. And then you think about it, and like the whole hippie generation, where they were like, I'm just gonna drop out and not be a part of this society, and just, you know, tune in, drop out, do drugs, whatever it's called. I don't know. Like they were 19 to 23-year-olds, and they were having kids, right? And trying to teach them that. Whoops. So, yeah. Let's go with HueSat, and we're going to change it and see what we can come up with as far as colors. This is why you put things on different layers. Yeah, I really do think it's going to be the blue. Yeah, I think that, because then this stays that color, right? Then it's more impactful that the red is only right there. Stream Element says I love you, and it's not wrong. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves, watching me struggle my way through yet another painting. What's a turnip jack-o'-lantern? Please tell me. I've never heard of this. They sound like something I need to know. I'm going to look them up in just a moment. But if I don't finish my thought here, I'm going to lose it. Yeah, I think that's good. Little minuscule adjustments. Sometimes they make the biggest difference. Oh gosh. Do I click? Ah! Yeah, that is... Can't look away. Now I want to do a character with a turnip head. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, for those that missed it, I did a sketch early. This guy. The zombie elf. He's got a sword through him. Because why not? And he's got a controlling what do you call it? There's a maggot that brought him back to life and is steering him around. So it's a magical maggot. I can be inventive too. Yes, it is a big ass sword. I was thinking of like the anime swords, like Cloud, right? Where he's got that ridiculous sword. I'm like, why not? You know? Wait, Anavio, what's the witch doctor Beetlejuice? The witch doctor in Beetlejuice? You mean the guy with the shrinky head? Or the guy that shrinks the head? Ah. Yes. I can see that. But now I kind of want to draw one of those. So thank you, Mrs. Von Drake, for sharing that nightmare fuel with us, because that will make for fun drawing. Always appreciate it. Man, so it's interesting because I don't normally do much kind of creepy stuff, right? But this is kind of getting me in the mode that I used to be in, where I did creepy stuff all the time. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Lining up some of these layers with their subgroup stuff, like that goes there, that goes there. I don't know what that is. Those two group together. That goes away because it's nothing. That's all background, so we'll merge it together with a Control E. Then her, we're going to group pretty much all of this. Yeah. And then, so the process that I generally go through where I merge out layers is I'm gonna have to duplicate a bunch of these gradient maps and link them and then turn them on so that each one of them colors the lines below it, right? And only the lines below it, like that. Oh, not those guys. Those guys don't need to be colored. And so that's a spare one. So then I go in and I shift and merge those in so that each one of them is now individually colored and without the gradient laying over it. So then I can take these lines and drag them into their corresponding groups. And the reason I do this is so that now I can paint over everything, but they're still in groups, so if I have to edit them, I can. She has some rock stuff on her layers, so take all the rock stuff out and put it in the rock layer. There's one thing I learned from watching Vil work. It's that you can go a lot faster than you think you can. That dude's fast. It's cray-cray. Did I just say that? Sorry. That's her. That's her. That's those weird things. So this stuff can all go, yeah. This can all go in her group at the top. So, this is Queen. Bodies. Rocks. Webs. BG. Not like the Bee Gees, like stay alive, stay alive. Not that one. Bee Gee like background. Not messing with the Bee Gees, but I am going to save this as a third version. And the reason I do that is so that if I need to, I can backtrack to the previous version later on. Cool. I think we are at the next step where I start painting opaque over everything. Like, I feel like we have the basis for everything. Everything is colored. We've got kind of some nice bleed through on some of the elements, some nice variants and everything. And now this is where we start in earnest with the rendering phase, which, as you guys know, can sometimes be a huge portion of everything. So, I think we're going to save it for Monday night's stream to begin the render. And we are going to call this one an evening. Do you guys want to raid Cryomero with me, since she is so great? Yeah, I'm excited to see this one too. I really like the way this is coming together. I think it's going to be a fun finish. And I may even push some of the shapes further as we get into the render, like I did with the dragon. But we'll see as we move along where this goes. Okay, Diego, have fun, buddy. We'll see you Sunday evening. I'll post the information on the Discord, and look forward to hanging out and playing some Among Us with you. Thanks for coming by, buddy, and appreciate you. We'll see you next time. For the rest of you, like I just said, I'm gonna post up the information for Among Us for subs in the Discord. I'll put it in the main chat, and you all can respond who wants to join in on Sunday evening at 6 p.m. And we'll make the most of an evening on Sunday. Other than that, I will see you back here for more on Monday at 7 p.m. to begin the render on this and do some more fun stuff, hopefully, and keep growing this crazy channel with these wonderful people who I adore. So let's pop on over, show Chimera some love, some hype, some magma hype, and we'll talk to you all soon. I love you all, love one another, be kind to one another, and we'll talk soon, all right? Good night, all.